What's up, family? Welcome back to a new video, and in today's video, we're covering that city, Riverdale, Georgia. Pros and cons begin right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time here on the channel, allow me to say hello and welcome. My name is Raymond Riley Jr., and I work with buyers and sellers that are looking to relocate to the Metro Atlanta area. So if you are looking to relocate to this area and you do not have an agent already, feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information is on the screen. And we can set up a consultation to see if it would be a good fit to go on this journey together. If you're thinking about moving to Metro Atlanta and you're wanting to learn more about different suburbs and different offerings that we have here in Metro Atlanta, this is the channel for you. Hit the subscribe button to be notified when new content is released. Also, be sure to check out the full channel, over 300 plus videos to teach you about living here in Metro Atlanta. And if you are a frequent viewer or a subscriber, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. So without further delay, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So first thing I want to do is familiarize you with where Riverdale, Georgia is located, and then we'll follow up with some of the breakdown of the city from a statistical standpoint. Riverdale, Georgia is located 13.2 miles directly south of Atlanta downtown. Takes you about 20 minutes to get from downtown Atlanta to the city center of Riverdale, and it does reside in the county of Clayton. All right. So population for the city of Riverdale comes in at 14,560 residents and climbing. Riverdale, Georgia does have a median age of 38 years old, with the average household income topping out a little over $78,000. The ownership versus rent ratio is as follows. 52.2% of the residents are homeowners and 45.8% of the residents are renters. So Riverdale, Georgia is a majority ownership city. The median home sold price for the month of July, according to Realtor.com, came in at $242,500. The public school system for the city of Riverdale will be Clayton County Public Schools. The nearest hospital access for the city of Riverdale is going to be Southern Regional Hospital, which is located in the city limits of Riverdale, Georgia. The nearest major interstate for the city of Riverdale will be Interstate 75, with very quick access to Interstate 285, which is our bypass here in Metro Atlanta. And finally, the distance to the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport comes in at 6.1 miles from downtown Riverdale. So super close to the airport for all of those that need that quick access. All right, so now that I've given you some statistics and showed you where Riverdale, Georgia is located, I want to take you into the town center area there in Riverdale to show you their city hall, which is a venue that most of the community involvement activities will happen there in the city of Riverdale. Now, Riverdale is not a traditional town center look, okay? So it will be quick, but I do want to familiarize you with the city hall and the complex there for their events and gathering space. All right, and then we'll come back here and we'll talk about the pros and the cons of living in Riverdale. So I'll see you when you get back.
your place, you got to leave your space. Cause that's the only way you're gonna elevate. Yeah, you gotta hold the line till it's showtime. Yeah, and just let your spirit shine. Well, sometimes there ain't no easy way to say all the things that we need to say. And we spend so much.
All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the town center there in Riverdale, Georgia. More content about Riverdale will be coming up. I'll be showing you some of the local parks. I'll also be showing you some of the retail offerings for the city of Riverdale. So if you're interested in moving to Riverdale, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be notified when that content is released. All right, so let's talk about the pros first here of living in Riverdale, Georgia. Before I say this, these pros and the cons, I want to give you some context about my personal experience with the city of Riverdale. This is something that I'm doing for the new pros and cons layout. So the very first thing I'll tell you is that I'm very familiar with the city of Riverdale. My first office, when I opened my own real estate firm back in 2016, my first office was in the city of Riverdale, right off of Highway 85. So I'm very familiar with the area. I also bought my first home just outside of the city limits of Riverdale over in Jonesboro. And I frequent Fayetteville, which you cannot reach Fayetteville in most cases without, going through the city of Riverdale for most commute routes. All right. So very familiar with the city of Riverdale. So now let's go ahead and jump into the pros section of living there. The very first pro on my list is going to be that Riverdale, Georgia offers affordable housing options. So if you're looking for an area where you can, buy a decent home in a decent area for a decent amount of money, Riverdale, Georgia should be on your list of consideration. All right. As you heard in the statistical view, Realtor.com stated that the median sold price for the city of Riverdale was $242,500, which is very affordable in contrasting with our metropolitan average hovering just a little over $400,000. So value proposition is definitely there for the city of Riverdale. Now let's move on to pro number two. Pro number two, in my opinion, is that Riverdale, Georgia has an increasingly community-oriented feel. Since the conception of their Riverdale Town Center, Riverdale City Council and Mayor has been very intentional about, community involvement. They host a lot of actual seasonal events where you can come and gather and meet your fellow neighbors of the city of Riverdale. So it's a great area if you're looking for a place where you can really become involved in the community, really get to know the legislators, the decision makers, and people that are actually managing the city, if you will, from a political standpoint, but also get to know your neighbors that you interact with every single day. All right, so if you're looking for an area that has some community involvement, increasingly community involvement as well, City of Riverdale should be on your list. Let's move on to pro number three. All right, so pro number three to me is a no-brainer. Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport is the world's busiest airport still in 2024. So if you're moving to Atlanta, but you still have family in other places and you travel frequently, or if you have a type of job where you can work remotely, but you do a lot of traveling, then you want probably to have quick access to the airport. And the city of Riverdale is one of the closest cities outside of the airport itself. So super close access to the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport comes in as our third pro. I cannot stress to you the importance of the fact that the commute in Atlanta can be tremendous, right? It can be very, very, very exhausting. So if you're living way north of the city or even way south and you're trying to get to the airport and you need that quick access, it's gonna be a building block of tolerance and understanding and patience and sort of doing that trip over and over to get used to it. But if you decide to consider the city of Riverdale quick, you can be to the gates in like 10 minutes from just about anywhere in the city of Riverdale. So super close access to the airport is our pro number three. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our pro number four on our list. And pro number four is simply going to be the fact that Riverdale, Georgia, although it's a suburb away from the downtown city center, we do have still quick access to get into Atlanta if we want to. The city of Riverdale does offer busing services over to, I believe, the airport station to where you can catch the rail and go straight into the city. So super quick proximity to Atlanta via the MARTA transportation system. So if you're interested in public transportation, the City of Riverdale has you covered. All right. So where there is good, we have to consider some of the things that could be considered bad or things to consider. So let's go ahead and talk about the cons on our list for today. Our only con on our list today is going to be the fact that there is some growth and congestion. The City of Riverdale sits off of Interstate 75, and unfortunately, Interstate 75 is a corridor where there is a lot of infrastructure improvement. There's a lot of development going on all along Interstate 75, particularly south, heading towards McDonough. And so that influx of population in those regions have impacted some of the traveling flow or the route to get to the City of Riverdale, particularly on Interstate 75. So if you're going to be daily commuting into the city center or of Atlanta or north past the city center, you definitely want to make sure that you understand that the commute, as soon as you get past probably about Hateville, you're going to get some congestion coming into the City of Riverdale. So don't be surprised on that. It happens every day, and it's been happening for years. So it's one of those things that you just have to kind of get used to that traffic flow, unfortunately. But that is the only con on my list. Now, here's my 2 cents. This is another thing that I'm rolling out for the pros and cons video. I'm going to just answer the question and take the elephant out of the room. Is Riverdale, Georgia the hood? My answer to that question would be no. Riverdale, Georgia is an affordable option, and if you've never lived in an affordable place before, you may take some time of getting used to it. But is it flat out the hood? No, not in my opinion. All right, it is an area with affordability, but moreover, individuals take care of their homes for the most part. There are renters, and where there will be renters, you will probably see a little bit of a shift in the caliber of care. But is it an area where you can raise your family in an affordable setting? My answer to that question would be yes. All right. However, I invite you and welcome you, not that I own it, but I truly, sincerely invite you to come down to the City of Riverdale and see it for yourself. You should not allow anybody's opinion to solidify or nullify your decision. It should be up to you to do an exploration trip to come and see if it is a place that you want to call home. But I will say this, from the affordability standpoint, Riverdale checks a lot of boxes and is right down the middle of expectation for an affordable area, in my professional opinion. All right, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you learned something new, and I hope I was able to answer some of the questions about the City of Riverdale that you had. If you have additional questions, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section. And obviously, I invite fellow viewers and the commenters to chime in. Let's have a conversation down in the comments about the City of Riverdale. All right, so I'm going to close it out with that. I'm truly going to close it out. If you need any of my assistance here in metropolitan Atlanta, feel free to reach out to me. Again, like I said, all of my contact information is on the screen. We can book a consultation and really sit down virtually or on the phone and discuss what your needs are and see if I will be a good fit to help you go on that journey of home ownership and relocation to Metro Atlanta. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.